Hello, Namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about what are the most demanding SOC roles. SOC plays a very important role in the cybersecurity. Okay. And in today's world, it is very important because the way cyber criminals are designing different highly organized, highly sophisticated attacks, and that's changing their tactics, tools and even procedures to perform the attacks. Okay, so that we need a systems we can detect, we can defend, or we can analyze those tools. Okay, so it depends upon what the requirement of the organization, whether they need part-time SOC model, okay, or they need 24/7, or they need to outsource the security operations centers role. Okay, so what exactly are the most demanding role in cyber security operations center? Cybersecurity operations centers means whatever the traffic is coming in the network or in the organization, okay, whether that traffic is malicious or the normal traffic, okay, they need to analyze it. Clear? They need to place the security devices, services, policies at their place so that they can provide a very sound security system for the organization. Okay, if for example some kind of attack, they are that's the diagram of the SOC. Okay, and there you can see people are working, okay, and continuously you can see they are observing the traffic. Okay, there is no one can guarantee 100% security of anything in today's world. Okay, attackers or cyber criminals will find a way to perform the attacks. Clear? So continuously observation need to be in with the help of the SOCs. Okay, here is different roles. They need tools, different services to perform those tasks, and even if we are having highly sophisticated advanced tools, and if we are not having the perfect, or we can say expert manpower who can understand the functionality of the tool, how to use at their best, so that we can get maximum output of that tools, that tool will be useless. Clear? So if a person are capable to understand the traffic, the requirement of the organizations, okay, whatever the policies you are using, if they are properly educated, they can stop lot many cyber attacks. Clear? And what are the different roles can be? It can be investigation analysis, operations maintenance, engineering architecture, protection defense, threat intelligence, oversight and governance. Okay, so what exactly just come under it, let's see. When some attack happens, so we can divide it into 3 stages. First of all, before, here is the attack, okay, and before the attack, after the attack, and during the attack. Okay, when some attack already happened, they need to investigate it, they need to analyze what was the cause of the attack, what tools, techniques or the procedures cyber criminals used. what the methods they use to enter in our network, okay, where they have entered, what damages they have done. Clear? So for the investigation and analysis, there can be the role of the security analyst, incident responder, or the incident manager, okay. And some roles related to the day-to-day work need to observe whether whatever the security settings, whatever the security postures we are using, whether that's performing as per our requirement or the baseline. Clear? And the roles that come under device administrator, that can be just to configure the firewalls, intrusion detection system, or the endpoint, or the IPS, or other security settings what we are using. So security engineers can come under it. And engineering and architecture, under these categories, when they need to develop something extra, okay. For example, being a developer, they just got a feedback, we need some kind of tool that can detect the new kind of attack what the analysis observed, okay. So here is the role of the developer. And security architect, whatever the resources you are having or what the expansion they need to do, all these things done by the security architecture or the security engineers. Definitely they will give the feedback, yes, what we can do for securing our organization, okay. And in the another category, this protection and defense. Threat hunters come, they will, before the attack, okay, they will use their best practices, they will use the optimum configuration on the devices, and just to find out, yes, this is the way attacks is happening, okay, and how to find it out, what are the source of it. So threat hunter will do it. And vulnerability managers, they will find out if any kind of vulnerability exists in our systems to perform the attack. They are here performing attacks. They just we can say white hat hackers or the penetration testers, which will perform the attack on the organizations to find out the vulnerabilities, or is there any kind of loopholes. So the before the hackers will just come to know and perform the attack on the organization, let us find it out, is there any kind of vulnerability exist on our systems, okay. Another is threat intelligence. Continuously the organizations or the companies which are doing the threat intelligence, they are in the hunt what type of traffic is passing over the internet, and what kind of new attacks are just upcoming, or what are the new attacks they are observing. So whatever the feedback they collect, or whatever the information they collect, they just share those information with the other organization. Even we can visit those websites and can see what type of new attacks are emerging in the field of hacking, we can say, and you can just get a lot of knowledge out of it. So the threat intelligence analyst can be the part of that team, and threat research analyst, continuously they are just observing, yes, what kind of attacks are. And oversight and governance, this is cyber security, just not only just to protecting something or just to finding other attacks. No, it depends upon what is your organization's objective, what type of business in your organization, whatever the compliance they need to fulfill, what best practices they need to follow, and they should follow. So if they will not follow the rules, what will be the implications as per the governance or the law, okay. So the compliance officer, security awareness and training professionals, definitely they will provide the training to the other staff members, and so that they would be able to understand, yes, this is the security policies we set, why it's important for our organization, and if we click on this kind of link, what will be the damage to our organizations. And here can be the SOC manager and the chief information officers. So you can see there is a question for you. You need to understand lot of opportunities. I'm just talking about only security operations centers, and you can see how big is the cyber security field and what type of opportunity can be for you. You need to decide what you want to select, and before just taking start to your career in the field of cyber security, you need to understand about your enemy. What exactly is the hackers thinking, what their tools using, how they are just doing. We need to understand, because we need to protect our organization, our data from those cyber criminals. Clear? Follow me on the Cybersecurity Prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Share that session with your friends and group members, so that they would be able to understand what are the opportunities lies in cybersecurity operations centers. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss about, is it really necessary threat hunting and why? Namaste. See you in the next session.